Hey there, VCE HHD students. My name's Andy. I'm a VCE Health and Human Development teacher. In this short video, we're going to look at my top 5 things to do before a VCE HHD SAC. Before we dive into this video, just a reminder there's a range of different ways you can engage with the Health Resources Hub. We've got our YouTube channel where there's over 100 content videos, SAC and exam tips, and there'll be more videos coming out each week during term time this year. So if you subscribe, and if you're on YouTube, you can use the button in the bottom corner of the video there. You'll get alerts to all of those new videos. Just a reminder, there's also opportunities for teachers and students at our website, hirh.net.au. And if you're Unit 3 and 4 student, you can sign up to our free student newsletter, and that'll be providing you with resources, as well as SAC and exam tips throughout the year, twice per term. And so the first edition of that has already gone out this year, so if you head to our website and scroll to the bottom of the page, you can find the form to sign up to that. Also, you can see there our social media links, so if you follow us, you can get alerts to our new videos coming out, as well as other opportunities, and also our email if you'd like to get in touch, or if you've got any questions. So number 1 in my top 5 things to do before a VCE HHD SAC is to review the key knowledge points. So this is just making sure that you're across all of the content, okay, that'll be on that SAC that's coming up. So you can see there I've taken a screenshot from the study design, and that's where you can find the key knowledge points. It's most likely your teacher has provided you a copy of these already, but you need to just make sure that you're on top of those, obviously in the lead up to the SAC, because that's what the content that'll be in that SAC, okay, is based upon. So make sure you go and download a copy of the study design from the VCAR website. You can easily do that just by using Google, or double check with your teacher that you've got a copy of those key knowledge points and which ones will be on your upcoming SAC. Number 2 is then to review the key skills. So the key skills are linked to the key knowledge points, okay, throughout the course. And essentially the key skills are showing you how the content needs to be applied and what the types of questions are that might pop up in your SAC. So you can see, for example, once again, I've taken a screenshot here from the study design. And the second key skill there is to describe interrelationships between dimensions of health and well-being. Now you notice if you go back and look at the key knowledge points or the content, that term interrelationships doesn't pop up. So it's really important to look at the key skills, because there are some things within the key skills that aren't part of the key knowledge points. And so you need to make sure that you've, practiced all of these key skills and how to go at questions that relate to all of them, so you're prepared for your upcoming SAC. Number 3 is to go and download a copy of the VCAR Glossary of Command Terms. So VCAR put out over the last couple of years, okay, a document that outlines the different types of command terms that are likely to appear, okay, in questions related to VCE, and what you should be thinking about as you're structuring an answer that includes those terms. So you can see there I've taken a screenshot once again of this document, and gives you a good sense of what you should be doing with a describe question versus an explain question in HHD. So obviously you should also touch base with your teacher and just get them to confirm what they're expecting from you and the different types of questions that are likely to pop up on your SAC. But this document does a good job, okay, of outlining what each of those command terms mean. Number 4 is to complete a practice SAC under time conditions. So obviously this could be your first assessment that you've ever done in Unit 3, okay, if you're perhaps a Year 11 student doing a Unit 3-4, or perhaps you never did a Unit 3-4 in Year 11 and you haven't done any other Unit 3 SACs. So sometimes under time conditions, okay, you can get a better sense of how you need to pace yourself, okay, and whether or not you're on top of the content well enough that you don't need to sit there and think about it and then run out of time. So there's lots of opportunities to find different practice SACs, so your teacher might already have some. The Health Resources Hub has produced some this year, so you can touch base with your teacher and see whether or not you can get a copy of those. But completing a practice SAC under time conditions will obviously help you to prepare for the actual SAC. It's like athletes, okay, that train under conditions like they would experience in a game will help them to prepare, okay, for when they're actually in a game. Number 5 is then getting feedback on your responses. And so when you complete a practice SAC, there's a lot of things you can do. You can either seek out your teacher, a tutor, or you can have a look at the sample answers and think about whether or not you were able to address, okay, all of the points within your answer that would enable you to get full marks. So once again, the Health Resources Hub has detailed suggested answer guides, but other practice SACs would also have these as well. Or you can touch base once again with somebody like your teacher or a tutor or even a classmate to have a look over your answers and get feedback. Feedback will obviously help you to improve your responses and hopefully ensure that you're not going to be dropping marks when you complete your SAC. Okay, hopefully you found that video useful. Just a reminder, here's the different ways you can engage with the Health Resources Hub. If you head to our website, you can sign up to our free student newsletter. Thanks so much.